So I'd like to give you guys some cookies, right? Can you come on this side? It's my strong side, Dogfight, left underhook. Now facing the camera with your heads on your hook. Boom, so I'm here like this, right? There's a bunch of different ways to finish this position, okay? I like to have my knee next to my shoulder and my hand next to my foot, so I have driving power. I have no driving power like this. I have dominant head position. I don't want to stay high, shoulder to shoulder, head to head with him because he tends to have more shoulder. Can you throw your whizzer a little bit? Yeah, he tends to be able to do that a lot more. As I take my arm and my body and I start to slink backwards, now try and throw me with your whizzer, his lot less ability here, okay? But this now allows me to put a lot of weight on his head. I can switch my underhook to this grip. I'm not a big fan of teaching beginners this grip, but what I'm really doing is I'm pushing. If I can point my hands, I'm pushing Kelly this way. So I'm actually forcing his head in the dirt. Try and keep your post here, Kelly, on your left hand. So I'm pushing my hand that way. So when I'm gripping for the video, just know that I'm not pulling. I'm not pulling his shoulder back. I'm actually punching him forward like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make up this space and I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna reach a cow catcher. I'm gonna drop my weight onto his head and start to dip my body to help turn him over. So I dip my weight onto his head like that and I trapped his head. I slide my knee so that I never get put into guard and I walk this arm out from any kind of defense. I still have the chin whip on his neck. I'm here like this. I lift my hips up. I grab my own opponent's chin. I can now choke him by putting my head on the mat. I want to lift up, but I got like 50 pounds on Kelly. So Mookie, M-O-O-K-I-E, Mookie, okay? Not so much worried about finishing the guillotine details right now. I'm just showing you an entrance from there. Again, we were in half guard today. Boom, I switched, got my underhook. We played this whole game where I hooked his leg, underhooked him here, came up for power. I'm like, oh, I'm fighting him like this. And I feel that he's got a lot of forward pressure that way. So I'm like, all right, instead of you pushing me that way, I'm gonna commit your weight to the mat. Now he's committed, right? So I changed the whole game by changing the pressure. He went from throwing me forward to me committing his weight to his hand. This allows me to slide in and chin whip his neck, look. Boom, right? You can't stop that. I drop my elbow and my weight to turn him over. I can hook and go to mount, or I land, some guys will land like me on belly, whatever, but I'm not allowed in that half guard, okay? I land in mount or whatnot, I'm here. I take my arm out and connect. I grab the palm of the choking hand, right? Now I'm gonna put that elbow over his shoulder so that he can't do a defense, lift my head up. What I mean by defense is this, humor Kelly. If I were to grab, on your knees please, if I were to grab your head, you'd probably put your arm over my back and jump around the side, right? Good, go back. This is why Marcelo, God knows Marcelo Garcia, started showing us the high elbow guillotine, so we can't defend his guillotines, right? Is what that evolution happened. So the same thing is happening when I sweep or land in a guillotine in the mount. I don't want a guillotine with my elbow down. I put it over his shoulder so that he can't defend. And now I actually have something to post on and lift up, right? I can do this now. Compared to before, I'm just stuck on my face trying to do this, you know? Well, last time, I'm here, rotate, boom, got the inside ankle. I come up, he starts throwing me forward. I'm like, oh no, let's change the fight. Make him go forward. Slide the knee, circle the head. Turn him over. Connect your hands, put your elbow on the mat, cross your ankles, lift up. I'm only picking on the old man because he's a purple belt and a goddamn Marine.